or to evolve Aul. Earth is quite different from its neighboring planets, and our solar system differs from its neighbors. Likely every solar system in the universe is unique to some degree. But over the years, we've noted a lot of features our planets and our solar system have, and even our area of the galaxy has, which might make life easier here than most places. Now, a lot of these individual points are debated, and it's very hard to apply a genuine probability to many of them, which is why we'll be using our hand wave of 50-50. Now, I don't always agree with the odds on these, but as mentioned, I usually won't add one unless someone has written a pretty convincing treatment on it, and usually one making it worse than 50-50. The rare Earth hypothesis holds that all of these add up to an improbability that is very high. Now, as I mentioned, all categories are somewhat arbitrary, so it isn't like our second subcategory, Great Filters, doesn't include these more physical barriers to life, or that the rare Earth hypothesis bypasses the evolutionary ones, nor do the other categories ignore them, but it's more about the key focus. So what could make Earth abnormally hospitable to life? Well, let's zoom in from the universe scale. 1. Old enough galaxies. Many early galaxies are very active, with stuff like quasars. That would make life anywhere in it tough at best, and they take different times to settle down. 2. No metals. Buildup of heavy elements from supernova takes a while and is lower in the outer rims of galaxies. Number 3. Too much galactic radiation. The places near the center of the galaxy, with the most metals, are saturated with hard radiation. 4. Galactic dead zones. The core isn't the only place with too much radiation, or too high a density of stars for stable solar systems to be very likely. 5. Stable galactic orbit. Lots of solar systems wander the galaxy in much more elliptical orbits than we do, popping in and out of those danger zones. 6. Wrong sun. Big stars don't live long enough. Small ones have their own problems, especially much smaller red dwarfs as we looked at in the Habbo Planet series. 7. Suns fluctuate too much. A big one. Our sun is freakishly stable in its power output compared to most stars. 8. Solo sun. Life around binary stars is plausible, but it does have problems. 9. Habbo zone. Loosely defined as where it's not too hot and not too cold for liquid water, unsurprisingly known as the Goldilocks zone. Needless to say, most planets are not in it. 10. Stable habitable zone. As I mentioned, stars get hotter with time, and the habitable zone moves. A planet needs to be in it the whole time. 11. Eccentric orbits. Planets orbit in ellipses, not circles. If you're too elliptical, you freeze at the aphelion and burn at the perihelion. 12. Vacuum cleaner Jupiter. Solar systems have a lot of debris. Getting hit by it can sterilize a planet. Big gas giants out beyond your planet can